Here's a video walk around of our T-Line 785, currently on 20,661 miles. Just starting off on the driver's side, we have no damage through any of this. Tyres, I don't know if you can see there. There's the wear indicator. We've still got a reasonable amount of mileage left on the tyres. No damage to the wheel. We've got mirror protector on this side. Across the front, got a little bit of, tiny bit of scratching down the bottom here, which I'll get my body shop to take out. But unless you bend down, you can't really see it. Across the front here, with the exception of the odd stone chip, I don't think there's anything on here to be worried about. We have one very, very small chip on this piece of windscreen on the passenger side, then up on the top, all clean and tidy on the roof. Near side, no damage on here. Again, unmarked wheels, still plenty of meat on the tyres. This we will remove, it's only been on there for about 6 months. Mirror protector again, apart from a few hedge marks on there, nice and clean and tidy. No damage to any of this. We've got a diesel sticker on here which we can remove, won't be a problem. Obviously not AdBlue. Vehicle will be supplied with a full tank of fuel. Downside, the near side skirts, there's no damage or scuffing down through any of that. All the windows have been polished, so all hedge marks have gone. Wheel arch, rear tyres, obviously all good as well. We've got the wastewater point down here. We could either leave or remove our sticker. And then inside the rear locker, apart from just a little tiny bit of damage to the seal here, where basically these things catch it all the time. Sorry, sheep in the background. And then near side corner, all clean and tidy up through here. Okay, so that's that side of the van. Coming back towards the back of the van, so you can see the 4-bike rack. I think the bumper is pretty much unmarked. You've got the toilet cassette just there. Rest of the back is clean and tidy. All stickers have been removed. We've got a little bit of damage on this corner down here, which is a job for the body shop. Just a little piece on the corner of here, which we'll have repaired and sprayed in. It only affects this corner of the bumper and not the light pod, so we'll have this area tidied, filled and sprayed up. And then down this side of the van, you've got the external locker, where we keep all our bits and pieces. This side locker, see, and on this side of the van I'm not aware of there being anything we need to report, which takes us back to where we started. Obviously you've got your gas locker here and your power socket. Gas hose will come with it. It's the hand tightening variety, and it will take 2 6-kilo propanes. Fresh water filler on this side. And we are back to where we started, so we'll do the interior next. From the outside, working our way in, you can see that we've got our carpets fitted at the moment. We've been running the van without the carpets fitted, so these just in for demonstration purposes, so they are as such pretty much brand new. See, the floor wipes down quite nice and easily. So just to give you a bit of an idea of the cabin. So your 2 swivel captain seats. Looking at the cab area, there's nothing scraped, scratched, damaged. Van's currently on 20,660 miles, but I think it'll go up in the near couple of weeks. On the front here, you've got a multimedia unit. This has Navi in it. It's not specific to the size of the vehicle. It's just a standard TomTom type Navi, but it's got multimedia and CD player as well. You've got aircon. Got hill descent mode, you've got traction mode, got cruise control, speed limiter, audio controls on the front. Got the sights blinds that come across the cab, on the windscreen and the side windows, and here you have your reverse camera. As we work our way back, there's no damage to the edge of the seats. There's any markings on those. And just while we're here, we've got the table in front of us. You can see that's nice and clean and tidy. Up above, there's the panoramic window. No damage to that. There's blinds and mozzie nets for that one. That's obviously an opening window. And everything's clean and tidy up here. Looking to our right, we've got the first of our overhead lockers. And one on this side also. One of these houses the manual winder for the electric bed, which is all in good order. Now we do have some crazing on this strip here. It's fairly common for the T-lines, I'm afraid. We do have a spare strip and we can get that fitted before it leaves us. That's a warranty item. They all go eventually. But just looking at the rest of the cabin, it'll all be in good condition. We have up here, there's a couple of marks by where the TV would live, so caused by the TV rubbing against it. So we've got an extending TV bracket here. So bring your TV out into the cabin. And you've got your TV point up the top, main socket right next to it and a 12 volt next to it. Up above you have the carbon monoxide detector, and in the top cupboard here, got the aerial booster and the iNet box. Van would be supplied without a SIM card in the iNet box. We don't normally run them, but if you wish to, I'm sure it will work. Looking down the bottom, we've got the roller team panel and the Truma boiler control. We've just put this little sticker on saying 240 volt just to help the customers decide whether the 240 is working or not, but everything's working on there as it should. And then you get the automatic fridge. So with this particular one, it will run on gas or battery or mains power automatically. That's all functioning as it should. And you get this really big fridge, the freezer compartment in the top. There's no damage on the door or anything like that. The cheese box is all in good order, and then of course you've got more fridge down the bottom here as well. So it's really big fridge. It's about 4 foot tall, 5 foot tall in fact. Next to it is a larder. So pull out veggie rack. Up above we've got the electric bed. 250 kilos capacity. That's quite a lot, quarter of a ton. As you can hear, that's all operating as it should. Just leave the ladder on top. You've got the safety nets inside. And then it just goes back up like so. There's a little light up there as well. Across the kitchen, if we're being picky, there's a little bit of wear to the tactile covering because this cupboard gets opened a lot. And similarly, on the entrance door where people climb in and out, there's a little bit of wearing to the tactile covering there as well. However, the mirror is all good. And then coming across the kitchen, here's the hob. You have an oven and a grill below. And below that, you'll find the circuit breakers and the fire extinguisher. We'll retain the fire extinguisher, but if you wish to put yours in there, then that's a good place to keep it. Next to that, there's no damage to these units here. They're all clean and tidy. You've got the cutlery drawer, somewhere to keep your pots and pans, and a bit more storage down the bottom. And that can also be accessed from this side. Working our way up to the sink, we've got a couple of stickers on here which we'll remove, but I normally warn customers not to put hot pans on here because it melts the surface. These sink infills, it's not available as an order item from Roller Team, but they quite often get dropped on the floor because they get left in here. They're supposed to fit in here as a bit of a shelf, we'd even toyed with the ideas of getting someone to make some up for us locally. So there is a little bit of damage to these, but the rest of the sink is all clean and tidy. So that pretty much concludes that part of the cabin. Looking back through, so we can see our bedroom. Down here we've got two drawers, one on the other side as well, and this sits underneath the bunk, which can be raised and lowered, so obviously you can access your bits and pieces from the outside lockers, and then just fold down out of the way, just to give you a bit of an idea of the condition of the mattresses. 3 overhead lockers, and then you've got your sliding doors. And these clip back with their little clippets. On this side you've got the bunk which sits above the boiler. Boiler lives here, and there's also a drawer down the very bottom. That's the condition of the bed on that side. 3 overheads also. Working our way back towards the washroom, we've got the swivel toilet bowl, sink, mirror, storage, wardrobe in here. These are the spare seats for the extra seat behind the driver. And then at the very top, clothes rail. On the right hand side we have the shower room. So as we discussed, service picked up a small element of cracking around here, so we've put some silicone on for the time being, and on this one also. However, we have a spare shower tray in stock. And then working away just back through the van to show the area where the other seat belt is. So you've got the 2 forward facing seat belts like so. Oh, it is a droppable table. There you go, you learn something every day. So it's the kind of table that can be dropped to make an extra bunk if you wish. So this button down here on the floor, you would normally press it down and then you can drop the whole table. I'm not going to be able to hold the phone while I'm dropping the table, but it is a movable table, and then you'd need to put some mattresses across there. And this would be the area for the additional seat belt. So if I just remove some of these cushions a minute for you to give you an idea. Here's the post for the belt. So what you would need to do with this one is put the other seatbelt tail in here. So essentially the person sits with their back to here, they pull the belt across from this side across their chest, and then clip it in down here. And what you do with this area is you flip it up like so, and kind of bizarrely you sit with your bottom on here and your feet in the hole. This actually folds in to facilitate that, or entry into that area, and there you have your 5th passenger seat. So hopefully that's everything you need to know. If you need anything else, give us a shout. Thank you very much.